and welcome to Storytime at the Goochland Library. My name is Miss Tracy, and we're going to get started by singing Mr. Sun, our opening song. So I want you to make a big ball of sunshine, and he's going to shine down on me. All right, sing it with me. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, hiding behind a tree. These little children are asking you to please come out so they can play with you. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on, please shine down on, please shine down on me. Very good. Okay, next up I want to sing a little song called Put Your Hands Up High. So we're going to put our hands up high, and then we're going to put them down low, and we'll put them in the middle, and we'll wave them like so. Okay, it goes like this. Get your hands ready. We're going to go high. Put your hands up high. Put your hands down low. Put your hands in the middle and wave them like so. Get your elbows out. Put your elbows in the front. Put your elbows in the back. Put your elbows to the side and quack, quack, quack. Very good. Okay, so it's summertime, and I know a lot of you guys are going on vacations, or you're going on road trips, or you're going to visit your family that doesn't live near you. And that's a great thing to do in the summer when you're not in school or not in other activities. So today I'm going to read you some books about that, about taking road trips and going to visit family and adventures with friends. The first book we're going to read is one of my favorite books of all times. I used to read this to my boys when they were little, and it always reminded me of our lives when we lived in Tennessee and would travel to Virginia to see Grandma and Papa and cousins and aunts and aunts. This book is called The Relatives Came, and it is written by Cynthia Rylant. All right, let's read it. It was in the summer of the year when the relatives came. They came up from Virginia. They left when their grapes were nearly purple enough to pick, but not quite. They had an old station wagon that smelled like a real car, and in it they put an ice chest full of soda pop and some boxes of crackers and some bologna sandwiches, and up they came from Virginia. They left at 4 a.m. when it was still dark, before even the birds were awake. They drove all day long and into the night, and while they traveled along, they looked at the strange houses and the different mountains, and they thought about their almost purple grapes back home. They thought about Virginia, but they thought about us too, waiting for them. So they drank up all their pop and ate up all their crackers and traveled up all those miles until finally they pulled into our yard. Look, they're there. Then it was hugging time. Talk about hugging. Those relatives just passed us all around their car, pulling us against their wrinkled Virginia clothes, crying sometimes. They hugged us for hours. Then it was into the house, and so much laughing and shining faces and hugging in the doorways. You'd have to go through at least 4 different hugs to get from the kitchen to the front room. Those relatives. And finally, after a big supper, 2 or 3 times around, until we all got a turn at the table, there was quiet talk, and we were in 2s and 3s through the house. The relatives weren't particular about beds, which was good, since there weren't any extras. So a few squeezed in with us, and the rest slept on the floor, some with their arms thrown over the closest person, or some with an arm across one person and a leg across another. It was different going to sleep with all that new breathing in the house. The relatives stayed for weeks and weeks. They helped us tend the garden, and they fixed any broken things they could find. He's getting a haircut. They ate up all our strawberries and melons. See their watermelons? Then promised we could eat up all their grapes and peaches when we came to Virginia. But none of us thought about Virginia much. We were so busy hugging and eating and breathing together. Finally, after a long time, the relatives loaded up their ice chest and headed back to Virginia at 4 in the morning. We stood there in our pajamas and waved them off in the dark. We watched the relatives disappear down the road. Then we crawled back into our beds that felt too big, too quiet, and we fell asleep. And the relatives drove on all day long and into the night. And while they traveled along, they looked at the strange houses and the different mountains, and they thought about their dark purple grapes waiting at home in Virginia. But they thought about us too, missing them, and they missed us. And when they were finally home in Virginia, they crawled into their silent, soft beds and dreamed about the next summer. Look at the grapes. Don't you just love that book? That's so fun. The relatives came. Okay, we're going to do a fun rhyme that we haven't done for a little bit. Some of you know it, and it's called Sticky Bubblegum. So for those of you that don't know it, we're going to say a little rhyme with sticky bubblegum. And imagine if you had a big piece of bubblegum and you got stuck. And when the world, what do we do? So it goes like this. We're going to pat our legs, and it goes, sticky, sticky, sticky bubblegum, 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 sticky, sticky, sticky bubblegum. My hand is stuck to my arm. Oh no! Can you imagine if you were stuck? What should we do? How about let's pull, okay? We're gonna pull, really stop, and pull, and pull. I'm stuck. Good job. Okay, be thinking of something. How could we get stuck next time? All right, let's do it. Here we go. Sticky, sticky, sticky bubblegum, bubblegum, bubblegum. Sticky, sticky, sticky bubblegum. My hand is stuck to my ear. Ah, oh no, I'm so stuck. Are you stuck? What should we do? That's right. Let's pull. See if we can get unstuck. You ready? Don't hurt yourself. Let's pull and pull, and pull, unstuck. Good job. Okay, let's do one more. You ready? Sticky, 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 bubble gum, bubble gum, bubble gum. Sticky, 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 bubble gum. My hand is stuck to my hand. Oh no, what are we gonna do? Are you stuck? All right, let's pull. We gotta get unstuck. Here we go. We're gonna pull and pull. One more time, pull hard and pull. Unstuck. Good job. Okay, you can do that at home and come up with all kinds of ways to get stuck. Okay, next book we're going to read is called Road Trip. It is written by Steve Light, and it is a Whiskers Hollow Adventure. And this is about a bunch of friends, and they end up trying to help Bear out by going on a road trip. All right, settle in. Let's read this story. It was a beautiful day in Whiskers Hollow, more beautiful than a hubcap shining in the sun. Bear was out for a drive. Bear was a good driver, most of the time. On this day, there was a little accident. Crash! Bear's old truck needed a new headlight. There was only one thing to do. Bear headed to Rabbit's house. Rabbit, let's go. Road trip, called Bear. I need a new light for my old truck. I need you to help me find one. But it's almost lunchtime, said Rabbit. Rabbit never missed lunch, or breakfast, or dinner. We'll find a snack along the way, said Bear. Bear and Rabbit arrived at Mouse's house. Mouse, let's go, called Bear. Road trip. I need a new light for my old truck. And I need you to help me find one. A road trip, said Mouse. Oh, I couldn't. Just think what might happen. We could get a flat or run out of gas. No need to worry, said Bear kindly. We'll be together. Mouse liked being together with Bear and Rabbit. Still, it was scary. But Mouse ran inside to get something, a first aid kit, because you never know. Then he hopped into Bear's truck. The three friends arrived at Donkey's place. Let's go! Road trip, said Bear. I need a new light for my old truck. Can you help us find the way to Elephant's old junk tree? Donkey knew the way because Donkey loved junk. Follow me. See, Donkey? Look at all that junk. He does like junk, doesn't he? They came to a bridge. It was long and wobbly. I don't see any snacks, said Rabbit. That looks very rickety, said Mouse. Follow me, friends, called Donkey. Just down the road, they came to a tunnel. It was dark and thorny. Can't eat thorns, grumbled Rabbit. Oh, that looks very prickly, said Mouse. Follow me, friends, said Donkey. There he goes. Finally, they arrived at Elephant's old junk tree. The tree was filled with old car parts and lots of rusty treasures. There were tires, tricycles, a guitar with broken strings, a motorcycle, and lots of wrenches, even hubcaps. Oh my, look at all that. There's a motorcycle. Wow. Bear found some lamps. Mouse discovered a caution sign. Donkey dug out a compass. Rabbit found snacks for everyone. But they could not find just the right headlight for Bear's old truck. They were disappointed, but decided to enjoy their time together. Donkey stood up to go. Then the junk started to shift, and Donkey started to slip. Follow me! Sploosh! They all fell down right into a huge mud puddle. Oh my goodness, look at all that mud. Bear was covered in thick, gooey mud. Rabbit stumbled and slid, but held on to his snack. And Mouse was hopping and skipping and having a very good time. Help, friend, yelled Donkey. Oh, look at that. An elephant knew just what to do. And there in the mud, they saw it. The perfect headlight for Bear's old truck. It was time to go home. That was fun, said Mouse. I wouldn't steer you wrong, said Bear. And we'll be back in time for dinner, said Rabbit. Where shall we eat? Follow me, friends, said Donkey. There goes Donkey again. And look, they did. They got home in time for a meal together. The end. I don't know about you, but a road trip sounds like a really fun idea. That'd be a great thing to do with some friends. The thing that I really loved was this page. And it got so muddy. But what I really loved was when Elephant hosed them off. So I thought maybe we could come up with a little craft to do that. And so this is what I did. Now, I have to admit, this does not work perfectly. It was an experiment, and it's still really fun to do. So I am going to show you how to do it. But I just took a cup and a water bottle, and this is a straw, and we're going to fill this up with water, and the water will shoot out of the straw. So join me at the table, and I'm going to show you all the supplies that you need to make one of these. Okay guys, these are some of the things that you will need if you want to try to make one of these elephant crafts at home. I have a few things here. I have a cup. I just had some purple cups, so that's what I used. And this is actually not a water bottle. I used, it was a sports drink or something, and I used that because this is a little sturdier of plastic and holds up better than most water bottles. The other thing you'll need, wiggly eyes, and you'll need a straw. You'll also need a pair of scissors, some glue. I have duct tape here, and I use that to help me kind of waterproof when I put the straw in. And also, this is just some cardstock in a blue, and that is what I use to make my elephant's face. I just cut out a circle, and then I just free-handed cut some big floppy ears. and glued it onto a cup. So you also will take your straw, and this is one that will bend, and cut it off. And just cut it off for the length that I wanted. Like that. And then you're going to see how far down in here your bottle fits, and kind of eyeball where you want, sorry about that, your elephant to be. So at that point, I cut a little slit that the straw would fit into, and I took some sharp scissors and punched a hole in the water bottle. And so when you stick the straw through, you want it to go inside the water bottle. So that's the part that after I had done that, you could use some of this duct tape to put around that, because you don't want the water to leak so badly out. But, I mean, it's really was very simple to put together. You see, I cut a little slit so that I could slip the bottle down in there. And so then what you do is you pinch his nose and take the cap off, fill it with some water, and then when you release his trunk, the water will shoot out just like it did in the book. So play around with that, have some fun, see how it works for you. It works pretty well the first couple of times I tried it, but as the tape gets wet and so forth, my waterproofing kind of went away, and then he starts leaking all over the place. But I still had a lot of fun making it. So you give it a try at home. I think that's a really fun thing to do. You give it a try. I hope yours works out a little better than mine does. Maybe we need to tape it really tightly so the water doesn't leak out. But anyway, it's lots of fun to experiment and try to make some fun things. All right, that's all the time we have for today. We are gonna close story time by singing Goodbye Friends. To do that, we wave goodbye, and then we take our fingers to give a little hug for friends, and then we say, it's time to say goodbye. All right, sing it with me. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.